ABC 15 News.
We begin tonight with a developing story. A carjacker shot to death by police after a wild crime spree that left an officer badly hurt. Thanks for choosing us. I'm Christopher Sine. It all started in Glendale at 67th Avenue in Glendale and ended at I-17 in Cactus in Phoenix. That's where we find ABC 15 Steve Couge, who's live there at the scene. Steve, several people at several different locations involved here. Explain all of this, and how's the officer doing?
Well, this officer was literally run over by our suspected carjacker out here. We're told he should recover from those injuries. As for all of this, Chris, I've covered a lot of crime stories, and this is one of the biggest on the most massive scale I've ever done. This took place all over Glendale, but finishing right here, as you said, at I-17 in Cactus. Not before numerous carjackings, car accidents, lots of injuries, gunshots, and ending with a shooting right here where you're seeing. Witnesses described it like something out of a Hollywood movie.
It seemed like it. It definitely seemed like it.
A police chase starting in Glendale when cops locate a stolen car driving on the road. What happened next was absolutely out of control, they say. The driver of the stolen vehicle ran for it. Phoenix police say he used this vehicle like a battering ram, smashing into police cars all along the way to this first stop at 51st Avenue in Glendale. The chase the man started caused this serious accident. A police SUV crashed into and flipped airborne.
Boom, just ran right into that SUV cop car right there and just flipped on top of us.
After his car caught fire and was disabled, police say the suspect carjacked a woman driving a Jeep.
The cop pulled out a gun and was going to shoot the guy, but he saw that he had the lady in his lap, so he didn't. He took a shot, but he didn't want to hit her, so he just a warning shot, and then the guy just hit his car, and I just took off. I was trying to take cover, trying not to get hit or anything.
Police say the carjacker then ran into the officer, breaking his leg.
He injured the cop because he was limping around.
Witness Joe Stewart tells me he saw the woman taken hostage at one point before she was shoved out of her own moving vehicle.
Next thing you know, she's laying on the ground, and he took off, kicked her right out of her Jeep. Cops started just pouring through here. Never seen anything like this before.
The chase came to a violent and bloody end just before the carjacker could get onto the I-17. Cops spun out the man in his newly stolen Jeep. They say they shot him dead as he tried one last time to run officers over with his vehicle. The two big questions tonight, Phoenix and Glendale investigators are trying to figure out, one, who this guy was, and Chris, two, why he wanted to run and get away so badly. They're wondering if he had any other prior crimes or criminal history on his record.
Steve, it's my understanding it's how police were led to this stolen car that's a little unique in all of this.
Yeah, the craziest part about this is they first spotted this car, knew it was stolen because a family in Tempe was driving around and they noticed a car that had been just stolen from them a week ago driving on one of the roads. So they phoned 911 and got the cops to follow this guy, and that's when this chase all started.
Wow. Steve Couge reporting live there from the scene. Steve, thank you very much for that. Many of you across the valley may have seen a lot of fast-moving police cars. It was part of a police chase, carjacking, and shooting. And it all started when a family spotted their stolen car here near 67th Avenue in Glendale. That's where the police chase began. Then, at 51st Avenue in Glendale, the suspect got out of the stolen car, carjacked another vehicle, then smashed into a police car and kept on going. Then, it was at I-17 in Cactus when police say the suspect tried to run down officers. They opened fire, killing him. ABC 15 Steve Couge is joining us live with the scary moments for victims.
An absolutely terrifying moment, Chris, for everybody involved with this, especially the woman who was carjacked. Witnesses told me they saw this carjacker with his arm actually around the woman's throat. Well, tonight we have got the audio police recording. You have got to hear of the intense moment as this man forces his way into the woman's car.
The white shirt running, he's right at the corner, southwest corner, 51st. He's trying to carjack someone. He just got into a vehicle. Officer, we have an officer down. The white vehicle is eastbound.
A literal trail of destruction. Cars on fire, vehicles smashed, carjackings, cops injured.
He was losing a lot of blood, and they did manage to get him out. They had to break the windshield and everything to pull him out.
Police say their suspect was not going to be taken alive.
We pin the vehicle in, and as our officers get out and give him commands to get out of the vehicle, The driver of the Jeep now begins ramming the two patrol cars. The shots are fired at the driver at that point.
Those bullets found their way into the carjacker's vital organs, killing him on the spot. The chase began when officers tried to pull over a man driving a stolen vehicle in Glendale. He ran for it, but after a blown-out tire and his car catching fire, he needed a new getaway vehicle.
Cops started just pouring through here.
After unsuccessfully trying to steal several vehicles with people still in them, Irving Racobo told me he saw the exact moment the suspect carjacked an innocent woman. He said officers tried to stop the man.
The cop pulled out a gun and was going to shoot the guy, but he saw that he had the lady in his lap, so he didn't. He took a shot, but he didn't want to hit her, so just a warning shot.
Witnesses saw the carjacker start hitting his victim and trying to toss her out of her own vehicle as it was moving.
Next thing you know, she's laying on the ground and he took off, kicked her right out of her Jeep.
She seemed pretty scared and frightened.
Yes, very much so.
Not wanting the carjacker to continue his chaos on the interstate, cops put an end to his rampage at I-17 and Cactus. We are still waiting on investigators for the suspect's name and identity. That woman who was carjacked, we're told she is all right. At least one officer is in the hospital. I'm told his leg was broken when the carjacker drove into him. Live in the Breaking News Center, I'm Steve Couge, ABC 15 News.